dry ice that melts over the Atlantic. Or searching, "Am I having a miscarriage?" from the office bathroom and scrolling for the conclusion of a long archived message board thread. Pregnancy and work may also look like successfully interviewing for two and exhaling your baby bump after a long day of sucking it in, both done with pride. It can mean you become an entrepreneur and a mother in the same year. It can feel not only like the weight of pregnancy bias, but also like the additional layered burden of racial inequity. It may mean you choose the ideal healthcare or a better salary over work that you love, postponing getting pregnant because of your responsibilities during a global crisis, or announcing your pregnancy with 2 weeks to go because of a pandemic. The physical pregnancy of your child may represent 2% of your career, but the impact and profundity are far greater. Pregnancy is a time of private, crucible moments, which often happen in a crucial and critical public window. At their best, they are empowering. At their worst, they're overwhelming and isolating. But one thing is for certain, they are going to happen. These moments can change your professional course or, at the minimum, the way you approach your work. And yet today's support may be buried in one of the 10,000s of pregnancy and work online searches a month. Or, if shared beyond your private thoughts, support often emerges one-on-one behind closed doors. We don't talk about it, but it's time we do, and with enthusiasm. While we are aware of the real and perceived challenges of pregnancy, and that pregnancy itself is just one facet of motherhood that can hold us back in the workplace, it is never positioned as an opportunity, rather than an obstacle to overcome with our ambition. But it should be. Your journey to motherhood is not something to get through, or a time to keep your fingers crossed that it won't throw everything off. Each moment carries weight, individually and cumulatively, as a pivotal part of your career. It's time to flip the script and carry strong. Carry Strong seeks to change the narrative around pregnancy and work, considering both the very real challenges and opportunities, unburdening today's women who unconsciously plan their careers around their fertility. What to expect? A new way to navigate your childbearing years at work with a pragmatic and optimistic perspective on a cultural constant. You may have heard the saying, just because you carry something well doesn't mean it isn't heavy. This book encourages you to carry your someday bumps with a positive tilt, even if your hands are on your lower back. But most importantly, in sharing a balanced approach packed with tangible tools and lived experiences, it seeks to propel you forward on your personal journey. The objective? To not only normalize pregnancy and work, but to celebrate motherhood as concurrent to our careers. In September 2020, I conducted a survey of 400 women who worked full-time for the entirety of their pregnancies. This was the first of 4 comprehensive quantitative research studies encompassing 1,350 individuals, which fueled my quest to rethink pregnancy and work. One of the highlights? Of the women who experienced any reported change in their work life during pregnancy, 69% said their confidence increased, and 80% of those women said they worked harder, a direct correlation of confidence and effort. In addition, I also conducted more than 200 qualitative interviews of a unique collective of contributors, many of whom are women I admire, utilizing a consistent set of questions based around their own stories of pregnancy and work. Their stories bring to life the data in core themes you'll see throughout this book. But most of all, they fuel the pages with motivating, self-reflective, and deeply humanizing moments. Some women shared that mommy brain, often a shorthand for mental fog, lack of focus, and exhaustion, can be a gift. They reported that their altered consciousness